try. Got my breaker box open and my arms open wide. I cleaned out the panel, I'm up to code. I'm just one little switch from a full electric load. So I'm calling on the one who can make it all right, the keeper of the kilowatts, the boss of the light. Hey baby, I'm ready, hook me up, pour the power in my cup. Even though the rates are high and the FAC makes me see our why. I'll pay it, I'll sign it, I'll do what it takes. Just flip my meter, Betty, for goodness sakes. Hey Betty, I'm ready, hook me up. I dream about ice cubes, I dream about cold air. A ceiling fan spinning is my favorite prayer. Now Betty does a budget, she balances the books, but I'd trade my whole paycheck for a couple of good looks. Add a glowing light bulb, a humming AC. Betty, sweet Betty, won't you do it for me? Cause the bill's gonna sting and I know that it's true. But darling, I'll pay it if the power comes through. Hey Betty, I'm ready, hook me up, pour the power in my cup. Even though the rates are high and the FAC makes me see our why. I'll pay it, I'll sign it, I'll do what it takes. Just flip my meter, Betty, for goodness sakes. Hey Betty, I'm ready, hook me up. Now Watts ain't answered, so I'm changing my plan. If the man won't do it, maybe the money woman can. Betty holds a checkbook, Betty holds a key. Betty run the numbers and then run them to me. Hey Betty, I'm ready, hook me up. This island's had enough. The rates can climb to the sky and the FAC can make me cry. But I'll pay every penny, I'll empty the bank. Just give me one outlet and you'll have my thanks. Hey Betty, I'm ready. Betty, I'm begging, hook me up. I've been waiting by the window every single night, watching every truck that rolls on by. The CC crews are working their way across the sea. From Rhoda to Tinian, making their way to me. They keep telling me to wait, set the orders in the mail, but I've memorized your specs, every wire, every nail. 25 kVA, you're my destiny. just me and the geckos keeping company. I click through the geckos on the wall, meowing at the cats. I done lost it all, killing tons of time till the power comes back. Made a sundial out of an old six-pack. Oh, the days run long when the grid goes down, but I keep a little smile, I don't wear no frown. I'm barking at the dogs and crying in the rain, hoping that a lineman gonna ease my pain. Powerless in paradise, doing just fine. Coconut, wireless, and a whole lot of time. Oh, the lights are gonna glow. Till then I'm moving island slow. I taught a hermit crab how to play the spoons. I narrate my life like a cartoon. Read a book by candle, then I read it twice. Played checkers with myself, lost the game thrice. I wave at the bucket truck rolling down the street. You the one, brother, you gon' make me complete. Oh, the coolest full of water where the ice used to be, but the ocean's still free and it's cooling off me. I'm barking at the dogs and crying in the rain, hoping that a lineman gonna ease my pain. Powerless in paradise, doing just fine. Coconut, wireless, and a whole lot of time. Oh, the lights are gonna glow. Till then I'm moving island slow. I named all the mosquitoes, I know them by heart. I conduct the rooster like he's Mozart. But when the power flickers back to life, I'm gonna kiss my generator and my microwave goodnight. Oh, island life, island life. I'm barking at the dogs and crying in the rain, hoping that a lineman gonna ease my pain. Powerless in paradise, doing just fine. Coconut, wireless, and a whole lot of time. Oh, the lights are gonna glow. But till then, you know I'm moving island slow. Moving island slow, yeah, my island slow. It's been dark too long. Good morning, Marianas in the building. We about to flip the switch. Hit it, hit it, hit it.
All right. Good morning, Marianas. What is that on the screen? I want it to get out of here. Go away. We don't want any of that mess. What is that whole thing going on over there? Well, we've got all kinds of stuff happening out here, and the weather is the big one today. Who is expecting? Raise your hand if you were expecting all that wind and all that rain this morning. Okay, yeah, put your hands down, liars. You were not expecting it. I was not expecting it, and I do the news. I know they talked about, hey, you know, this little thing is starting to develop a little bit. Nah, it's probably going to go through and everything, but holy smokes, I was not expecting this thing on the screen. So here's what we got going on. We're about to call the National Weather Service in Guam to give you guys a little bit more of a full-on heads up about what's happening. But what this is you can see it on our website too, by the way, nminewsservice.com, the sweetest smelling website in the world. This is Tropical Depression 08W. And it is rolling through here on a mission. It went from Invest 94 West to Tropical Depression 8 West. And right now it is doing all kinds of stuff. It definitely moved stuff, rearranged our patio this morning. The chairs decided to not want to be chairs. They thought they were more like recliners now that they're laying down on the ground. And I'm guessing you're all going through some seriously similar stuff too. Just want to reach out first and say hi to all you guys who are in there joining us this morning. Jessica Duenas Wanket out there saying good morning from New Jersey. Good morning to you. Great to see you. Eric Mofness is in the house saying good Tuesday morning, Brad, Marianas, and everyone tuning into this wonderful station. Have a blessed and safe day. Take care and drive safely. It's a wet day. God bless you all. Well, good to see you, man. Bea says, ooh, Transformer, you're the one. I love that song, too. It's a lot of fun. Great to see you. By the way, I'll be enjoying my cup of Daily Joy. Oh, it smells good. It tastes good. It's really hot. But other than that, it's amazing. So, Daily Joy coffee. We're going to talk about that when you're ready, Bea. Evelyn Kango's here with us saying, good morning, Brad. Well, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us today. It is really great seeing everybody. Margarita Castro Borja saying good morning from Spanaway, Washington. Oh my God, I used to play hockey out there. It's so great to get a little blast from the past out there. Mark Valoria, man, I was looking for your number and I realized I don't have it. Every time I hear the music and I'm like, it's got to be Mark. And I saw your truck going by and I'm like, yep, that's it. You got the best music for the horn over there. And I know it's your truck because you got the Marianas Strong stickers on there and everything. Looking good, my friend, looking good. Ryan Cho, good morning. Great to see you. Hopefully we'll see you out there on the soccer field one of these days. That would be pretty cool too. Connie Park Baza is with us saying, good morning, Brad and Marianas. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Seal Smith is in the house saying, good morning from the Tar Heel State, North Kakalaki. Great to see you. You guys are all over the place. Look at this. Jennifer Roofs saying, good morning, Sinai from Minnesota. Minnesota. Man, I haven't been out there in so long. Reminds me, talk about hockey in Spanaway. I talk about playing hockey at Bemidji. That was a lot of fun. Outdoor hockey, you can't beat it. It really is great. We got Lea Farr Taco saying, good morning, Brad and the CNMI. Great to see you too. Thanks for joining us this morning. Really, having all you guys here really makes my day. Mo, what's going on? Mariah Danielle Sablon is here. She is awesome. And by the way, if you got a kid who wants to play any sports, whether it's soccer or softball, I mean, this lady is just awesome. Great role model for your kid and mentor for someone who's going to get out there in sports talks. She's got a fierce competitive streak, but she's also all about competitive nature and sportsmanship. So it's great to see you out here. Robert Harrison Myers Jr. saying, damn, good morning. Reminds me of the East Coast. No kidding. No kidding. It is wild. Karen over there in YouTube land saying Sinlaku flashbacks this morning. I know, right? Yeah, this is it. I'm telling you, this is one of those days where you're like, what in the wow world of sports is going on here? Hey, I'm part of that too. And we're just seconds away from making this quick phone call. Oh my gosh. Lay Tequinco saying, good morning, coming from all the way in Cagman 3. Wow, that's long distance. You know, you're watching all the way out there in Cagman 3. Thanks for joining us today, too. I bet you guys are catching a little bit of weather this morning. Ignacio Dela Cruz over there on the YouTube side saying, good morning, CNMI. On a positive note, this is a relief from the heat. No doubt about it. You got to take that silver lining for every cloud. And we got bula clouds right now. I mean, they're everywhere. You can see how dark it is behind me. It is 7:50 in the morning. This is not the PM show. This is not the evening broadcast. That's how dark it is outside. The cloud cover is so intense, and that wind was whipping. I had to bust out my rain jacket for the first time since the storm, because I'm usually in here and it's all nice and cozy and stuff. But man, I'll tell you, it is definitely a different situation out there this morning. Hey, let's. I know we've got one of our guests is here already, but we gotta call these guys at the Weather Service in Guam to ask them what's going on and what we should be expecting if we're going to expect more of this stuff. Now, you're wondering, what about Landon? What about Brandon? No, they're on vacation. They get to do that. Of course, whenever Landon leaves, that's when it happens. But you can still blame Brandon because the weather, if it's not good. If it's good weather, you love Landon. If it's bad weather, you blame Brandon. Well, we're going to call the Weather Service right now.
Oh. Please check the number and dial again.
Oh, no.
Or call your operator to help.
Apparently, that number that we called before is down. And I wonder, this is interesting. The guys from Guam, Ray Gibson's show, they called me and said, hey, can you get on? We can't get a hold of the guys at the Weather Service. So, yeah, because they're off island. But they want to get the weather update of what was going on here. And so we gave them what was going on. But let me check this out real quick. Okay, this is for the guys over there in Teedson. This is the number. This is what they're giving us as their primary number. This is different than the number that we got from Landon. So he was giving us the weather room before. Oh, let's see. Let's try this number. I have a different number that's saved in the phone.
Good morning, National Weather Service Guam. This is Patrick.
Patrick, hey, this is Brad Rosala from NMI News Service here in Saipan. We're actually on the air right now. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. We got a little bit of weather this morning.
Yeah, and actually, I called Joey at the Emergency Management Center about an hour ago, and my colleague Joshua is doing a conference call with them right now. Our situation has changed since yesterday. Our formerly Invest 97W, which was supposed to keep trekking through just north of Saipan, apparently he likes Tinian and Saipan, and he or she, and it said, I'm going to stop in and grab a burger and a beverage. So it has hit the brakes. And currently I have it located based on radar 75 miles east of Saipan Airport, and it is nearly stationary. And what I'm seeing on visible satellite and on radar has us concerned. So it looks like it's trying to strengthen, and we're currently talking with Saipan right now, and it's not out of the realm of possibility, depending on what happens over the next hour or two of watching this, that we may have to hoist tropical storm warnings.
No kidding.
For both. Yeah, this thing, anytime a system hits the brakes, it doesn't always mean it's going to strengthen, but it's often a precursor. And that certainly looks like what's going on right now. Saipan recently, now part of it is what we call convectively aided wind gusts, or thunderstorm and heavy shower induced gusts. But part of it's also the system strengthening. And last observation from Saipan, it was 30 gusting 42 knots. So that'd be, doing quick math in my head, 33 miles an hour, gusting 46 miles an hour. With 2 miles in heavy rain. And on satellite, it looks like Tinian and Saipan's International House of Pancakes, because a thunderhead went up and it just pancaked out.
Yeah, it is. You can see it. It is definitely just there. We're watching that slider from Colorado State. They've got like a really great satellite. I think this Himawari is what we're looking at, right?
Yep, and that's we have that on. You could actually go to our homepage too, and we actually not only have a regional satellite image, but what we call sectors at the bottom of the page, and you could go on Marianas sector, and that's Himawari satellite imagery right there. But in the center of our homepage, right above where it says radar status message, and below the satellite, there's a radar image. And if you click on that and hit play, you could see the circulation and the reflectivity. But the center option, there's a product drop-down menu. And if you click on super resolution velocity, that's the radar-derived winds inbound and outbound. Now, green is winds towards the radar and red is away. This is the same product we use for detecting tornadoes, but what it also does here is helps us detect the LLCC, or low-level circulation center. And we could see that east-southeast of Saipan if you kind of watch how the colors are, regardless if it's velocity or reflectivity, you could kind of see a broad center point of where everything's rotating around. And that's the center of what is now Tropical Depression 08W, and the latest forecast from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center stated we were just kind of chuckling about this because Mother Nature has the final word, but what they said was accurate. It said it is expected to maintain this general course with a slight decrease in forward speed through Wednesday, because they had it moving west-northwest at 14 miles an hour. And I'm like, well, that slight decrease is there. It's stopping for a burger and fries at the local McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, you got to try the burgers over there at Naked Fish, or the sliders over there at Godfather's too. You'll like them even better when you make your way up here. But that storm is definitely, it's weird watching it just stay there, just being, like you said, parked right there, building up.
Yeah. And that was, none of the models, and we have a lot of them. And we have what are called operational models, and then we have ensembles, which is when you take an operational model and you tweak the recipe and rerun the simulation, kind of like tweaking grandma's recipe. And, one ensemble suite, as we call it, of the European model, it's got 30 members. None of them showed it stopping. The American GFS, none of them showed it stopping. And actually, the best model all year has been Google's DeepMind. And it's got about 30 members. None of them showed it stopping. And through the midnight shift, it was trucking right along. And then my colleague Paul, when they briefed me, he said, it went from medium invest to TCFA to TD. And I said, so as I was spinning up at 6 a.m. when I came on shift, and I'm like, uh-oh, I think it's hit the parking brake. And over the last 2 hours, it has not moved. So, we're talking, my colleague is talking with all of the government of Saipan right now and developing the game plan. But for the listeners, it is certainly not going to be any Sinlaku. There's no worries about that at all.
We'll take that.
I really doubt there's even going to be any power issues. The only way that become a concern is if this thing sits for 24 hours and keeps strengthening. But what it is going to do is bring a lot more stronger wind gusts than we expected and more rain than we expected. So that's kind of the short and the skinny of the messaging for what your listeners can expect. It's going to be it's not going to rain the whole day. There'll be frequent showers, but you'll get breaks in between. But when it comes down, it's going to come down in deluges, and you're going to be in the thick of it for the next 12 to 24 hours from the looks of it.
Well, that's comforting. Certainly. Hey, Patrick, so what do you think, what can we expect? You said we got to wait and see what happens with this, if it moves, right?
Yeah. We're discussing with the government right now, but it's at the very least, you're going to have sustained winds of 20 to 30 with gusts of 50, maybe even 60 miles an hour up there at Wireless Ridge. So we'll say 30. We'll just split the difference. Sustained winds near 30 at its peak with gusts to 55 miles an hour. But that is highly contingent on what this thing does the next 6 hours. If it remains stationary like it did, then that changes things drastically. Then we could be looking at more of a mid to upper tier range of a tropical storm what we'd call a strong tropical storm versus a garden variety one. Right now, it's just looking like maybe garden variety and borderline at that, which tropical storm starts at sustained winds of 39 miles an hour.
So you're saying,
and then
go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. And then a strong tropical storm, that starts at 58 miles an hour, or basically the equivalent of a severe thunderstorm warning.
Mm-hmm.
Both have the same criteria, 50 knots or 58 miles an hour. But, the thing is, if it's moving slow, for those that, may have just gotten repairs completed or partially completed, it's not so much the strength as the duration. If this thing remains, term I like to use is quasi-stationary. They'll sit there, then they'll wiggle. It looks like it's going to move 3, 4, 5 miles an hour for a couple hours, and you think it's all great, and then it hits the brakes again. And when a system is developing, it is not uncommon at all for that to occur.
Wow.
And so that's kind of my concern right now.
This is the second storm. Now, this one, of course, like you said, lest anybody get worried. I mean, you mentioned this is not a Sinlaku, right? This is not what we're looking at here. But but Sinlaku had a similar thing where upon its approach, it kind of just parked itself too. Is this a trend that we're going to be seeing for storms, do you think?
It's really hard to say. Given that we're in transition to an El Nino and what will likely be a super El Nino, there's some indications it could even be a record-breaking one. All that means is just how much above average the equatorial sea surface temperatures are, generally ranging from a little west of the dateline through the dateline to the coast of Chile. And the warmer it is, think of it this way. The warmer it is, it's like going from 87 to 91 to 93 or 94 octane on the gas. Is it economy or is it premium? And the more premium the storm has fuel-wise, using that analogy, the quicker it could develop. It's kind of like, is this your grill with Kingsford matchlet, and that's all you're doing to get air going, or did you dump half a bottle of lighter fluid on it and before you lit? And with a super El Nino, the latter scenario is more possible, but there's still more pieces to the puzzle you need. So as meteorologists, we kind of play a mental version of Jenga, trying to make sure all the pieces are there and okay, this piece is missing, so we could take that out before the thing falls, and that helps guide us. It's hard to, I know that doesn't really answer your question, but that's kind of where we're at right now. It'd be subjective to say yes it is or no it's not. There's just not enough empirical data.
Okay. Well, we'll take that. You were saying that a lot depends on what happens in the next 6 hours. So how often are we going to probably get updates from you guys? Should we check in with you guys every hour, every 5 minutes?
Well, we'll be coordinating with the government frequently through the day, and you can call anytime, and we'll be sending hourly updates out. I'm getting ready to send my next radar fix, and they'll be in the drop-down menu on our page where it shows all our products. And whenever it's in radar range, we send out a TCU, a tropical cyclone update. And all that is a radar and satellite combined location effects. And the analysis shows the strongest winds are on the north and northeast flank of the system. Typhoon Warning Center thinks the center is going to go just south of Tinian. So that means Tinian and Saipan would be in that strongest wind corridor, which that corridor right now is 75 miles east of you. So what you're getting right now is likely going to increase through the day.
Fantastic. All right, and it's moving a little bit though, isn't it? It's not that fast.
Well, right now, looking at the satellite, it's not. If it is more, 2 miles an hour or less.
Okay. So we are going to be experiencing this for a while and getting worse throughout the day, and we'll get hourly updates from your office, and we can call in and check in with you, and see how much of a pancake this thing turns out to be.
Yeah, and your listeners can ask questions on Facebook too. We're after the meeting. I'm going to be kind of one of my duties as the lead forecaster is to divvy up workload, and I've already got a game plan for the staff we have, and I'm going to have someone dedicated to social media because, there's a lot of, I don't want to, it's not hypersensitivity, but we're being hypersensitive to Tinian and Saipan, for lack of a better term, in that we know folks, whether it's utilities or just, the average person, we know y'all are still recovering from Sinlaku. So we're trying to take a more proactive approach and keep folks informed. So folks can call our office. That's not a problem. It's what we're here for. You could call us anytime. We could do an updated show this afternoon if you want. We'll be answering on Facebook. I mean, we're going to have all hands on deck to help, keep people calm, but also keep them informed, and then let them decide what they need to do.
All right. Well, we'll do that. We'll definitely reach out to you again throughout the morning, and probably, like you said, if you want to do something in the afternoon, will be the Make the Call with Patrick Dahl here on the NMI News Service.
Hey, that's a nice rhyme, and we got the time. Hopefully, you don't lose listeners listening to me blab, because then you'll lose a dime. But we'll end that rhyme.
All right. Well, that seems just fine. All right, Patrick, thank you so much this morning, and we'll be following this with you throughout the day.
Sounds good. You have a great morning.
Thank you. All right, that's the lead forecaster, Patrick Dahl with the U.S. National Weather Service out of Guam. We started off giving you guys this update. So one of the takeaways that you should know, or you should remember if you just caught the end of it or anything, one, National Weather Service is currently talking with the folks at the EOC. They're working out a game plan for notifications and what you can expect throughout the day with all this other stuff. Another one he said, though, is that we're going to be going through this for a little bit. It's kind of hanging out just off the coast. He said if it's moving, it's not moving more than 2 miles an hour. It's about 75 miles east of us, and it would be making its way over our direction here. They don't have a clear forecast that works on it yet because none of the models had this happening, he said. All the models that they have, this is the first one. This has nothing to do with any of it. So we're going to watch this thing. So, but what he said that, while this will strengthen throughout the day, it's not something that it's good to just stress out about, but might not be a bad idea to actually just start preparing some of your stuff, tying some stuff down. You got some loose stuff hanging out outside. Might as well bring that stuff in if you haven't already, and just to try to mitigate any of that stuff blowing around out there in your yard or on your porch or whatever. But in the meantime, we're looking forward to updates from our Emergency Operations Center up there in Capitol Hill and more. So we're going to continue to bring you this stuff throughout the day. We are going to move on with our show. We're going to take a real quick commercial break just to chop it up. But if you want to watch this interview again, if you're watching live, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on your phone with Facebook. If you're watching on the website, you just got to watch it. But for either YouTube or for the Facebook side, you can rewind it while you're watching it live and watch it. By the way, when we do baseball, that's how you can do your own instant replay while you're watching it live too. So if you want to go back and get those things, we're going to be doing a story on it after the show. But you can get it you can go back and listen to it from Patrick Dahl directly. And Patrick Dahl, we've had him on the show before. Landon and Brandon are not here right now. So that's who you got. And he's awesome. And the guy is a wordsmith. It was a lot of fun. All right, we're going to take that real quick break. We come back. We're going to have some our guests who have been waiting patiently for us in studio. But we want to make sure that we get you guys the breaking stuff as it's happening. So don't go anywhere, Marianas. We'll be right back.
If you think girls and women's equality matter, stand up. If girls and women's sports matter, and you want your daughters to have the same opportunity you had, stand up. If you know that it isn't fair or safe to allow males to compete in girls' sports, because it's, well, obvious, stand up. Don't be cowed by people who call you a bigot. You're not a bigot. Don't let men tell us how to be good girls. Don't let others tell you you just need to be quiet. Sit down. Be nice. It's not nice to further a lie. It's not mean to believe in women's equality. We deserve our own sports, privacy, fairness, safety. We deserve a chance to compete and win. So don't be nice. Don't be careful. Be honest. Be brave. Fight for women. We've come too far to give up now. And if you agree with that, stand up and stand with us.
Shiny smiles all around, where happiness is found. It's the little things that make it true. Shiny smiles start with you.
Hey, CNMI, do you like making videos? Are you creative? Well, here's your chance to make something that actually matters. Asia Pacific Educational Services is inviting you to the video competition for the prevention of underage alcohol and marijuana use. Your challenge? Create a 45 to 60 second video that inspires young people to stay alcohol and marijuana free and shows why healthy choices open doors for their future. Be funny, be bold, be brave. Tell a personal story. Use special effects. However you tell it, make it impactful. There are 3 divisions: middle school, high school, and college or adult. Enter on your own or with a team of up to 5. Videos can be in any language as long as you include English subtitles. We're awarding 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place, plus special honors for the best use of humor, best message, and best production. Registration closes July 3rd, and all videos are due July 17th. Scan the QR code or click the link on the competition flyer to sign up. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at island.trainingsolutions or call 670-285-7314 Monday to Friday from 9 to 5. Use your creativity and your voice to make a difference. Be the influence, not the influenced. This program is supported by federal funds under the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services through a sub-grant award from the CHCC Community Guidance Center. If you see something, say something. and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. Good morning, Marianas. It is 8:18 here in not so sunny Saipan as we get back to our regularly scheduled broadcast. We're going to give you weather updates throughout the day and then during the show as well. We had a big talk with a big conversation with Patrick Dahl, the lead forecaster for National Weather Service, and he got us as up to date as we can be. But that's not the only thing that's happening. Right now, there's a big video competition that's going on right now that your kids or you could be in. That's right. It's for middle schoolers, high schoolers, college students, and adults, and it's all about bringing some attention to a really great program, and that is about keeping kids off of the drugs, away from marijuana, away from alcohol, and so they can lead some productive lives. And here with us this morning, we've got a couple of, one familiar face and one first timer. We've got Amber Weston, and we can't wait to hear more about you and what you got going on with these guys. And we got Alex Hugh from Asia Pacific Educational Services. And let's hear about this. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming, you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Brad. Good morning. Good morning on this rainy day. And I'm Alex Hu with Asia Pacific Education Services, and I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce Amber Weston. She's our new program manager.
Hi, guys.
And she'll be working on this project together. This project is all about reducing youth alcohol and marijuana use in the CNMI. So we'd like to invite all CNMI residents to participate in this video competition. It's free to enter, and there's 3 divisions: middle school, high school, and college and adult. And what it is each participant that enters will create a 45 to 60 second video. And this is a video that can be filmed on the phone. Just has to be in 1080p. So when you go onto your phone, if you just search the different mode and film it horizontally, so wide angle, and just select 1080p. And it's meant to be a video that inspires youth to stay away from alcohol and marijuana and to make healthy choices in their life. And this is meant to be a fun competition. So use your humor, use special effects, be serious, tell personal stories, personal experiences, and enter the competition. And there's going to be some really great prizes in this competition. Okay, Brad? So let me run that down. All right. So there for first place in each division, right? The first place prize is a $500 value. Second place prize is $300 value. And third place prize is a $100 value. And that's in each division. So for each middle school, each high school, and each college/adult winner, they will win those prizes. But there's also special awards for best use of humor, best message and impact, and best production.
Wow.
And the videos are going to be judged by a panel of esteemed judges. These are judges that have experience in video production, theater production. And so this is going to be a great competition, a great opportunity. If you want a summer project, if your kids need a summer project, something to do this summer, this is a great opportunity. And it's also open to college and adults as well.
That's awesome. You know, so I love it because there's so much to this, right? There's so much fun, creativity. That's the rule. Make it fun. It's be creative. Use your humor. You know, use all your skills that you can, and the prizes are awesome too. So you guys got it all figured out. I mean, it's one of the things that your kids are on their phone all the time. This is what they could be doing with it. They could be winning something. And but I would love to see how these things go out. I can't wait to see how the judging goes because I want to see these top threes for each one of them. Like already, how many do you think you're going to get? Like thousands, hundreds, millions?
So we've already have many teams sign up. So if you're thinking about doing this, don't wait. The registration closes next Friday, which is July 3rd. And then the videos will be due by July 17th.
So you don't have to have your video done by next Friday, but you got to get registered by Friday.
That's right.
All right. And then not this Friday, that's the following Friday. So you got some time, but you want to hurry up and get in there. You don't want to miss out for whatever reason. And then you got to get your videos in by July 17th. So it's your regular 1080p format is what you were saying. And it doesn't even have to be a big one. It's only 45 to 60 seconds tops, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So you're not looking at filming a documentary. This is not going to be your National Geographic special, but it is going to be a 45 to 60 second commercial. Man, this is going to be great. I can't wait to see it. Like I would love to be a judge just so I can watch all these things. But I'm sure you guys got a bunch of great folks who are involved in there. So special awards on top of all the top three, best use of humor, the best message, and the best production. And it's open up pretty much to the whole island.
Yep. CNMI residents, right? And one thing also is teams can join. You can join individually or you can join as a team of up to 5 people. So we've seen already, because we can see as people register, we can automatically see that. Some teams have joined with 5 people, some with 2, some individually. So, you know, there's a lot of options there, whether you want to do the project alone or with your friends. That's up to you.
I love it. Be the influence, not the influenced. That's the theme. And that's something that's going to resonate with folks for sure. Now, what's the easy way for folks to get involved and to register?
Yeah. So the easiest way is right up on the screen right now. You can see the video competition flyer on that top left side. So if you just scan the QR code on that flyer, that'll take you right to the registration form. And then you can also, in the comments, there'll be a link at the bottom to the registration form and you can click that. Then if you want to get more information, you can contact our office Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 670-285-7314. And then if you'd like to email us, you can email us at office.islandtraining@gmail.com.
And it's not going to be hard to find this anywhere, even if you're missing it on the screen. I know you can see it, but when you go to our website, it's the first thing that pops up. When you go to our social media channels, it's the pinned post. It's the top post on our Instagram. It's the top post on our Facebook. It's not going away until you guys are like, yeah, you can take it down now. But that's it. So it is the locked in post. You can't miss it. It's in locked in is what it is now. It's going to be there the whole time. Yeah, you're not going to get very high level humor here. That's about as good as you're going to get. So you got some people who already registered for this, huh?
Yes.
So that's great. The word is getting out there. People are finding out about it. And, but man, I could think of so many people that I know who would be great at doing this. What I'm really excited about, though, is that creativity from the young kids who they got some skills already. They can already shoot everything on their phone and just with their phones, and make it something special.
Right.
So.
Right. There's a lot of talented people in the CNMI. So if you want to put your talent and your creativity on full display, this is the competition for you. One part that I like to mention, there's going to be an award ceremony August 7th. And the venue and details will be announced shortly. But there's going to be an award ceremony where all videos will be screened in front of a live audience. Okay. And then the winners will be announced and the awards will be given out up on the stage.
All of them?
Yes.
That's a lot of videos I'm thinking you're gonna have.
Yeah, so that's why it's 45 to 60 seconds max.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the video length that we're targeting for this competition.
I love it. Well, I'm excited about it. Now, is there? I mean, all of it's right there on that flyer. I mean, is there anything else that people need to know? Or is there a lot more stuff on the registration forms?
The registration form is pretty straightforward. You just have to register your team name and then your team members. And that's pretty much it. And then it's automatic. There'll be more information that comes, things to inspire you about your video. And you can visit our social media pages as well. And there's some more information about it there. One thing that we need to mention, this program is supported by federal funds under the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services through a subgrant award from the CHCC Community Guidance Center.
Oh yeah, and so that's great. And we're lucky to have those kind of programs that try to help support our youth and help make sure that we get our next generation started off on the right foot. And I love that they're able to do it with a fun program too. This is like the cool teacher in school, as opposed to like your regular math teacher. Sorry, math teachers. But Asia Pacific Education Services. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so Asia Pacific Education Services is a CNMI and federally recognized nonprofit corporation. We've been in operation since 2021, and we generally provide educational support services, and that's to schools or individual learners, and it could also be adult learners that want to upskill and get certifications, get prepared for the workforce. These are the type of services we provide, and this is the first big, publicly available competition that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking to have a great turnout for this competition, and to really just get the word out there about our organization and what we do in the CNMI.
Well, that's exciting. Amber,
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, it's so great to see you
Good to see
in
you.
person and have you in the studio a little bit now. When did you get on with these guys and become
Yesterday.
No way!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yesterday, yeah. I was kind of thrown onto the radio yesterday, about 15 minutes in. So
That's great.
Today's number 2. So I'm the new program manager for Asia Pacific Educational Services, and I'm looking forward to assisting with helping the community and furthering education so people can grow in their careers. It's going to be exciting.
Well, and that makes sense because you've worn a lot of hats and you've got one right now.
I know.
It's great. I love it. So, and having you being a part of this thing is going to be awesome. I know it's going to be exciting. So you guys are doing the media blitz to let everybody know about it. You can't miss it. On all of our channels, all the social media channels, it's the first thing you're going to see. Any one of our pages on the website, whenever you want to switch to a different page, you're going to see this flyer pop right up. I mean, it's the first thing that you see, so you can't miss it. It's all there. You can scan it, scan that QR code when you're there. It'll take you to where you need to go to join this competition. And man, I wish they did cool stuff like this when I was a kid.
I know. I was thinking that too, just the other day.
I mean, it's probably good that we didn't have all the technology when I was that kid, especially the cameras. I got away with a little bit more stuff, but this is going to make it great. I'm really excited about this. Any some other things that you want people to know about with all this?
Don't wait. Sign up soon, because we've already seen many teams sign up, and you want to make sure you get in there. And then it does take some time. It's a 45 to 60 second video. Doesn't take long, but you want to be able to have time to edit it. You want to be able to have time to review it and to submit it and put your best foot forward when you submit it for review by the competition judges.
And how do you submit it? Is it something that it gets uploaded, or is it something you have to drop off like a?
Yeah, so videos should be filmed in 1080p format. So that's wide angle on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll save it as an MP4 file. Okay. And then the way to submit it is that you send an email to office.islandtraining@gmail.com, and you can attach it as a Google attachment or a cloud attachment, right? Because sometimes the files are a little bit big for email, but you can attach it as a Google link. And that way, we have a timestamp of when everyone submitted it. And then we can confirm that it came from the actual participant registrants. Right?
That's-
So there's a record of it.
That's perfect. So you're not going to be over there with like a million thumb drives trying to figure stuff out. You're going to be, you submit it online, and proof of who sent it in and the time they sent it in to make sure that you made it in before the deadline and all that other stuff.
That's right.
Perfect. That's the way to go. Really exciting. All right. Well, man, we are 19 plus. I wonder if we should. No, we can't enter. But
There's so many options though. Like it's open to everybody. So I'm excited to kind of see the range of how people hit the topic about underage use of alcohol and marijuana.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be huge. I mean, there's so many different options. I figure there's gonna be a lot of beach scenes. Anyway, my creative little wheel of fortune is going on right now, thinking about how much fun it would be to shoot different ones and in different locations. And boy, people are gonna have a blast with this. It's really gonna be great.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Awesome, man. You know, I was probably the people that you're thinking of judges. I'm thinking about, man, I bet they would do great at this. And then, maybe they could just get it aired at the big event. Well, look forward to that. So here's the important dates to know. July 3rd. That's when registration ends. You don't have to have your video in, but you need to register for the competition by July 3rd. And then if you don't, then you're out. Then the video submission deadline. Got to get your videos in July 17th. And that's going to be a big day for these guys too, because that gives you another 2 weeks after that. And then the big award ceremony. You guys got plenty of time to check these things out and get everything lined up. August 7th is going to be the big day, the award ceremony. So is everyone who enters going to that, or?
So everyone that has submitted a video,
Mhm.
right? Everyone that registers and then submits a video will be invited to attend the award ceremony.
Wow.
And they'll also be allowed to invite a family member to attend as well, so that they can view your videos up on the big screen in front of the audience and the judges. And then, yes, that's where all of the winners will be revealed. And all of the winners will be called to the stage to receive their awards. And there'll be a big photo op, and it'll be a great event.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Are you going to be doing stuff with these later?
Yeah, so all the videos are the property of the CHCC, Community Guidance Center, and they can be used in the future for future projects to prevent youth alcohol and marijuana use, and also for community outreach projects.
Man, awesome. Awesome. Well, then I got to coordinate with them, because I'm going to want to show some of these things to folks, because it'll be really cool. Can we check in with you before when we get closer to the deadlines and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Get you guys come back on?
Yeah. We'd be happy to come next week, right?
Yeah.
Right before the deadline, just to make sure everyone, just to give a reminder about the competition, make sure everyone knows how to sign up, and we'd be happy to do that.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to that too. And then again, when we get closer and closer to all the deadlines and then the big awardings. So, all right. Well, Alex and Amber, we got double trouble right here. This is going to be great. This is going to be a great thing. So again, it's the video competition from the Age Pacific Education Services, and it's open to you. If you're hearing this, you're watching this, it's open to you. You can be a part of it. All the information is locked on the screen right now, but it's locked onto every one of our social channels and our website. You can't miss it. If you say you can't find it, you're not looking. Your eyes must be closed. All right. So that's it. You can give them a call at 285-7314 to get some more information, or you can send an email to office.islandtraining@gmail.com. There you go. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Guys.
Thanks for having us, Brad.
All right. Well, hey, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a real quick break, and oh, geez, I got this like right in my face. I got to slide back over. All right. Hey, we're going to take a real quick break, shake it up a little bit, and we'll come back. We're going to get your headlines. We're going to get you news, sports, and we're going to get you maybe the coolest man in the room is going to be coming up next. So we'll see you in just a sec.
Shiny smiles all around.
They're friends and neighbors, sons, fathers. They're little league coaches and veterans. They're people who love this country. These are Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. They are removing violent criminals from our streets and neighborhoods. It's dangerous and difficult work. But ICE has one mission: to make America a safer place to live. And that's what they're doing. This is law enforcement. This is ICE.
All right, welcome back, Marianas. Hey, I'll tell you what, we've got some headlines coming to you from the Associated Press, and we're going to get into some of our local stuff here too. But this one is going to be brought to you by Marianas Integration. We'll get more about these guys in just a little bit.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. Vice President J.D. Vance says talks with senior Iranian officials in Switzerland have created a good foundation for a final deal to end the Iran war.
We left a lot of our team. The Iranians left a lot of their team at the resort there to keep on working at it. So all in all, a very productive 36 hours.
Ed Donahue has more.
At the White House, President Trump is also optimistic.
We're doing very well in terms of negotiating a fair and reasonable deal. One of the things that we are doing also, and it came up last night, is money that's being unfrozen is going to be used to buy food, and the food's going to be bought exclusively through the United States from our farmers.
But the president also said bad things could happen.
If Iran doesn't live up to their agreement, or if they're not behaving, I will do what I have to do.
Iran noted major progress to end the fighting in Lebanon and called that the first real test of the negotiations. I'm Ed Donahue.
Oil prices have fallen below $80 per barrel. Brent crude, the international standard, settling a little above $77.50. Meanwhile, U.S. gasoline prices remain below $4 per gallon. AAA puts the national average for regular at about $3.93. A mixed finish on Wall Street. The S&P fell 0.4%. The Dow rose 0.3%. The Nasdaq fell 1.3%. At the World Cup, 2 more goals from Lionel Messi set a World Cup record of 18 as defending champion Argentina beat Austria 2-0. And 2 deaths to report. Former Federal Reserve Chair Alan Greenspan at 100. He presided over an era of sustained growth for the U.S. economy, but spoke about that and the 2008 financial crisis that followed.
If we get it right 70% of the time, that is exceptionally good.
And music industry star maker Clive Davis has died at 94. This is AP News. Summer's officially here and Europe's feeling the heat.
France is facing a grueling and deadly heat wave with temperatures soaring above 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's been really, really hot. I wasn't expecting it to be so bad.
Tanya Casalicio from London.
I know a lot of the tourists are just going to the museums because then it's not in the sun, it's not so hot, there's some AC.
People tried to adapt in a country without widespread air conditioning, including schools which were closed. There have been multiple drownings as people try to cool off in water with strong currents. Officials are also limiting public consumption of alcohol due to the dangers from heat. The government is also warning parents to not leave children in hot cars after 2 young children, ages 2 and 4, were found dead in their family car in a parking lot. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
Fox Sports Update.
Feeling drafty? It is for good reason in the NBA and NHL. I'm Jared Max. Welcome to Draft Week. The NBA and NHL seasons ended one day apart this month. Now they will host the first round of their drafts just days from one another. The first round of the NBA draft tomorrow in Brooklyn. First round for the NHL is Friday. Both leagues' transaction columns already growing because of pre-draft trades. Before tomorrow's first round of the NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks are making a big splash, not with a player, but with the person who will coach the players. 2.5 months since he coached the Michigan Wolverines to the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Dusty May will continue his coaching career in the NBA, reportedly, with the Mavericks. The two sides finalizing a deal for May to take over for Jason Kidd, who left the team after 5 seasons. Dusty May coached Michigan for 2 years. He was at Florida Atlantic before that and led FAU to the Final Four in 2023. Now May set to take over the Mavericks and coach one of the NBA's top young players. Last season's Rookie of the Year, Cooper Flagg. Wave the white flag in Milwaukee. It looks like the Bucks have given up on keeping Giannis Antetokounmpo. ESPN reports the two-time league MVP is expected to get traded before tomorrow's draft, and likely either to the Celtics or the Heat. The Thunder traded Andrew Wiggins to the Hawks for a pair of draft picks. Former NBA player Jason Collins, who died at age 47 last month from glioblastoma brain cancer, will be honored at the ESPYs next month with the Arthur Ashe Courage Award. Collins in 2013 became the first active NBA player to come out of the closet, the first in any of North America's major pro sports leagues. World Cup soccer today. First match in Arlington, Texas on Fox. Argentina versus Austria. 5 Eastern on Fox. In Philadelphia, tournament favorite France, a seismic favorite over Iraq. Later on Fox, Norway plays Senegal. And on FS1, it'll be Algeria versus Jordan. For more scores, stories, and features, go to foxsports.com. I'm Jared Max.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com. Fox Sports Update. The FIFA World Cup.
4 matches today. The first 3 are on Fox TV, the last on FS1. First game kicks off 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 locally in Arlington, Texas. 2 teams who won their first games, Argentina and Austria, will be on Fox TV. At 5 o'clock Eastern in Philadelphia, Kylian Mbappe, who scored twice in his World Cup opener last week, leads France against Iraq, whose coach, Graham Arnold, knows what his squad is up against.
I asked if we could play 3 goalkeepers, but they said no.
Iraq's coach, Graham Arnold, his team an underdog of between 2.5 and 3.5 goals against France. 8 Eastern tonight on Fox from East Rutherford, New Jersey, Norway plays Senegal. 3 hours later on FS1, Jordan versus Algeria. Sunday, Cape Verde scored its second draw, 2-2 versus Uruguay. Iran and Belgium were scoreless. Spain blanked Saudi Arabia 4-0. Same score, Japan over Tunisia. I'm Jared Max.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Golden sands under my feet, waves crashing loud, a steady beat, palms swaying left, swaying right, endless blue from day to night. Siren calling, feel the breeze, taste the ocean, salty seas. Siren calling, hearts collide, paradise where dreams reside.
All right. Good morning, Marianas, and welcome back. It is 8:46 in the morning here on a blustery Tuesday morning here. And what you're looking at right there is the Himawari satellite looking at that tropical depression that looks like it's gaining some strength. We spoke with the folks from National Weather Service earlier this morning. We'll be on with them again later today as well. And Patrick Dahl holding it down for us in the National Weather Service headquarters in Teeds and Guam and making himself available for us this morning for our broadcast. It was awesome. and we're going to keep our eye on it. But the other thing you want to keep your eye on right now is this guy right here. If there's something cool happening in Saipan, it could be traced to Travis Jones. He's here with us in studio right now to talk about a big event that's coming up. You know, we were just talking about a deadline that's coming up on July 3rd, but something exciting is also happening on July 3rd. Well, first of all, Travis, welcome back.
Hey, good morning, Brad. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you and have you back in the studio. And it's been a bit, man. It's definitely been before the storm.
Yeah, right.
You know, and you've been in here for all kinds of different things with NM Tech. We've done a bunch of shows in the back studio. We even had our own conversation about what was going on in the States, like all kinds of stuff. But, you know, you got a whole bunch of stuff happening right now.
It's been crazy. I mean, this whole post-storm kind of cleanup effort and everything that's going on, and with everything at NM Tech, getting it cleaned up and trying to get ready for classes starting next week again. The time is actually, I can't believe it's been 8 or 9 weeks, whatever it's been. It has absolutely flown by. Yesterday, for the first time, I hooked up my little gas water heater, and thank God that I got it hooked up, because it's freezing out this morning, 78 degrees. So I was able to take a hot shower this morning. It was the first hot shower in,
did you hear that,
90
Wisconsin?
days.
Wisconsin, you just said it's freezing out there. It's 78 degrees.
And I let my kids and my parents and Rob know. We got some Wisconsin and Missouri people watching this morning.
That's great. You know, there are people all over in the mainland watching. Here's Mike and Diana watching out there from Colorado, saying they're just about to eat dinner out there. It's about 10 to 5 now. And man, my fam's out in Buffalo, New York. Kathy and the kids are out there in Washington. Just talk about how it was like 68 degrees and they're going to be going out like the mountains and stuff. I'm like, ooh.
Right. And they're saying, oh my God, it's beautiful weather here. It's 70 degrees. This is incredible.
No, like I saw the kids wearing hoodies and like sweatpants and stuff. I'm like, it must be freezing over there. They're like, yeah, it's definitely cold.
I tell them every day when I talk to them, it's the same here. 90 and hot.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. Now for sports.
Right.
So you had a ton going on. And which one of these do you want to talk about first today?
I don't know. We can start off with NM Tech.
Okay.
They just sent me, the marketing team sent me the flyers last night. So what happened at NM Tech was, again, we were flooded. We got totally flooded. It was filled with mud. We had to go through and cut out the drywall, 2 to 4 feet up. That was moldy and rotten. And then we had to try and get it replaced. We had gotten some quotes from contractors to do the work. And at the end of the day, we decided, Jodina decided that she wanted to keep everybody from the campus working. So we decided to undertake the project ourselves. So
no kidding.
We turned HR, we turned finance, we turned everybody. Instructors, we're now drywallers and mudders and painters and cleaners and everything, you name it. And surprisingly enough, this week is our last week of cleanup, and we're going to open classes that need to be finished. We're going to open those next week.
That's awesome. You've got the perfect work group to be able to pull to do all those things too. I mean, like you are the technical school, so everybody's got at least some hand in some experience and everything. And by the way, you have plenty of experience working together on rebuilding that place. Unfortunately, from all the different storms and stuff that we've had.
Yep. It's always been crazy, so we just get better at it.
Yeah,
more efficient. And the thing that was crazy, Brad, was it wasn't some of the guys, the facilities guys, or anybody that's just another day at the office for us, but some of the ladies and some of the people that are back office people that don't normally have their hands on. At the end of it, we're 3-4 weeks into it, and they were saying, oh man, this is awesome. This is stuff that we can use at home. And especially after a storm, people had drywall to repair. They had different stuff, and they really hadn't done that before. And now they have.
Well, it's exciting to see what you guys have going on. I love watching your team come together in these storms. I mean, it's kind of like just a little snapshot of Saipan in general, or the Marianas in general. But watching that team come together, and a little bit of joy in the workplace too. Like, there's some music going. People are
always
just getting it done. So NM Tech's a special place. And so this is the one big thing. Finish what you started, come complete your spring courses. So spring courses kind of took a bit of a pause from the typhoon.
A perfect example is the course I was teaching. It was my first core class I taught, which is Intro to Construction. We had one exam left to take, and it was scheduled to be taken the Monday night of the storm. So we canceled classes Monday afternoon, whatever it was, around noon, everybody canceled. And we never got back. So now I'm trying to get my class back together, and all we have to do is come in and take one computer exam, and they're finished.
Do they need to get like a little refresher or anything? Or
I've given them the option. I've been in contact with them throughout the storm and just said, keep up with your studies. Make sure that we only have the one exam left. So we can either do it as a night of refresher and then another night to take the exam, or we can do it all in one night. And the majority of them said, let's just come in and take the exam. We remember it all.
I love it. So good luck to all of them.
I had one guy in my class too. It was kind of neat. He actually got furloughed during the storm due to downsizing and some other stuff. But then he got hired on by FEMA on the chainsaw crew.
Get out.
And he said, Travis, this is great, man. I got my kit of tools that we got through the core class, and I got my PPE, my hard hat, my glasses, all my stuff. He said, I'm going to take this right to work with FEMA.
No way.
So I said, they were excited, and he felt more confident. We had gone through hand tools, power tools. We'd gone through all that. So he was a little more comfortable going into a situation like that. So it was great.
Oh, that sounds like a great course. I learned by just buying them and using them. That's a way better idea.
It is. That's Intro to Construction is our core class, basically. And that's, anybody can take that. Matter of fact, it's a prerequisite. Before you get into electrical or HVAC or welding, you got to take the core class.
Wow.
Just so you have a basic understanding of how to use stuff.
Oh, awesome. Now, you've also got, there's other stuff that you guys have going on over there, too. This is, here, let me open it back up. Boom. Ta-da. The barber stuff. This is the career exploration sessions that you've got. Wow, this is for 12 to 14-year-olds. This
absolutely.
is awesome.
This is Summer Tech.
Oh, I'm not familiar with Summer Tech. This is a brand new thing for me.
This is something that the schools had gone into before in the prior years. And this year, due to the storm and due to some budget constraints and some other things, the schools couldn't partner. So what the boss decided to do, and our Ben and those guys, they decided to open it up to the public. So now these classes, I think it's $100 for 4 weeks. So what, $25 a week for your kid to come and take some of these classes. I think there's a few intro classes. There's the baking class, all kinds of good stuff.
Man, this is awesome. Like, this is, by the way, this is great for parents. You know, take your kids over there and have them. It's like a summer camp, only they learn stuff that they can actually do. Hey,
right.
Show me what you learned. Make me some cake.
Yeah.
Like,
bake cookies.
Yeah. Cut your brother's hair, or stop cutting your brother's hair.
Do it the right way.
Yeah, that's right. Looking at all these things, barbershop, cosmetology, baking and pastry, and registration's $100, and that's for 4 weeks, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the best deal in town. And that's your mornings taken care of for your kiddos to do some cool stuff from 9 in the morning to 11:30. I know a million parents here who would definitely want to get involved in something like that. And it's really easy. And it's going to start here in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So don't mess around. You can scan it. I'll put this stuff out for you guys today. This is awesome. If my kids were here, they'd be doing this.
Exactly. That's what I think too. People should be doing this. I mean, give the kids a break, get them out of the house. The kids have done what since the storm? They've been home. They've been cleaning. They've been doing their stuff. Get them out, let them have a little fun and eat some cookies.
But learning how to cut hair and all that kind of stuff is really great. It's even shaving. By the way, that's a great thing. You got to teach your kids, your sons how to shave and all that other stuff. But learning it from the pros over there at the school and the instructors, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Awesome. All right. Well, that is amazing. And the fun thing is that that's not you think that's enough. That's enough that you got going on with your life, talking about the school and all that. It's not. You got more.
Now we're going back to Last Shot Bar, huh?
Yeah. By the way, that should be what we end up saying at the end of every conversation. Now we're going to go back to Last Shot Bar. Yeah. You guys decided, hey, you know what? We had enough of getting beat up by this storm. Let's take care of the folks who are actually doing some great stuff out there. I love this plan. You want to introduce it and talk about it?
Absolutely. So this kind of came about, I would say we started the process a few weeks ago. What had happened kind of after the storm, any of you people here that are watching that know me know that my buddy Rob has been out the last couple of years, and he's spent a few weeks, and he's in the process of potentially retiring and maybe spending 6 months a year out here. Fell in love with Saipan, can't get enough of it. Well, after the storm, Rob had contacted me. How's everything going? What's happening? And we talked about it in depth. And last shot, Brad, you and I have talked in the past that the business was not good. Most people's business was not good. The restaurants around us, the bars, we were at that point of wondering if we were staying in business or not staying in business. Everything was getting expensive. Sales were down, and I wasn't sure if the storm was going to knock us out. We lost our beer garden. We lost one of our roofs. We lost our solar AC. I think that was due to the roofs flying off and flying into the solar panels. But at that point, I wasn't sure, is it worth what it's going to take? I wasn't going to do an SBA loan, or we didn't qualify for a lot of other stuff. So this is all on our own. And it really was going through my mind. I talked with Shai about it a lot. Is the reinvestment worth it? Is it not worth it? And my buddy Rob said, you know what, Travis, I want to help you get out of this. He said, Last Shot Bar cannot close. So Rob helped us rebuild a little bit, and then he said, I want to start a GoFundMe. I said, I knew nothing really about GoFundMe. Well, Rob started this thing, and it kind of took off. And I said, okay. Rob said, the money I'm going to give you to rebuild Last Shot is just for Last Shot. He said, do what you want with the GoFundMe. I said, okay, the GoFundMe then is to give away. So we started watching after the storm, people doing these things for other people. And it was kind of weird. It was tough to get the GoFundMe money out from where Rob started it to get it back to us. But I said, to hell with it. While we're waiting, let's just start spending. So we opened up our pocketbooks, and I told Shai, every time we go to the grocery store, buy someone groceries in front of you or behind you. Do something good. I said, we aren't going to advertise what we're doing. Just every day we have to do something good that makes a difference to somebody, whether it was a can of Spam or a full grocery cart, right? It could have been the person's last $4 for the Spam, or the last $200 for a cart of canned goods. And we just started doing that. And I said, really, this feels pretty awesome. And finally one day, I'd been looking for a Ryobi fan, because we just got our power back on Friday. So we were without for the whole time, hotter than the hubs of hell in the apartment at the bar. And I couldn't, the fans, they were going just as fast as they could. And finally one day I saw somebody had them in. They were high priced. I didn't care. And I went into the store, and there was I would assume a mom and a grandma and a little girl. And they were just looking at these fans. And I walked in, and the lady said, can I help you? I said, I'll take a fan, batteries, the whole kit. And the lady looked at me and said, do you know that the batteries are sold separate? And I said, yep, don't care, got to have it. And she had this look on her face, like she had no idea. To me, it was the look on the face of, I can probably afford one, but not the other. And I looked down at this little girl, and I said, is this for her? And they said, yep. And she was probably, I don't know, 6'8". I don't remember what age little girls look like. Mine are 28 and 24, so I don't remember. And I said, get her a fan and batteries. And the lady behind the register said, are you sure you want to do that? I said, yeah, I already said. And then people said, no, we can't take it. We can't take it. I said, this is my gift. It's already paid for. And I told Shai when I got home, you don't know how it hits you.
Yeah.
But I said, there's no better feeling than to just give it away and not care. Which kind of led us to going into no power, going into road clearing, going into all of this other stuff that people are doing. And I'm not talking volunteers. We were out helping as much as we could too, even though we had lots of stuff going on. I'm talking about the people that are required to work. They're required to show up. Our linemen went in, and their new schedule was 6 a.m. till 9 p.m. The DFEMS guys, they were all out clearing wood. They were all out putting out these fires that people were setting. The mayor's office, I thought the mayor's office did a great job with cleanup this year. DPS, I talked to Adrian many times, and they were out doing really everything, keeping things safe, and they had no breaks. They'd gone 6 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever. No breaks, working 7 days a week, 12, 15 hours a day. And I said, I think we got to take part of our money and do something for these folks. And I ran into Lieutenant Governor at some point, and I told him what we were going to do. And he said immediately, Travis, this is a great thing. I want to be part of this. And before I knew it, I had talked to you, Brad. I talked to Derek. I talked to numerous other small businesses and said, we're going to do this thing. And people said, we want to be part. I went to my daily run to Terry's Snack Shack. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this had gotten to be habit for Shy and I. Every morning we're going for a Kelligwin, or we're going for a bacon, egg and cheese sandwich, whatever, every single day. And I had told them about it. And right away she said, I want to give Kelligwin, and I want to give this, and I want to do that. I said, all right, now we're on to something. Then I talked to Tina Azerbrand.
Yeah.
And Tina said, what can I do? I want to be part of this. And now Tina's kicked in money that's going to go directly towards food. I have kicked in a personal amount with a couple other people, and we secured, I got my list back last night, as a matter of fact. I think we've secured 55 plus cases of beer to give away. Wow. What our plan is we want these people to come in and enjoy a night off. And we chose July 3rd with the anticipation that maybe the parade was going to be on. So maybe some people would have the day off. And we've got a bunch of food. We've got a bunch of beer. It's going to be while supplies last. We're not going to be super critical about who comes in. We're wanting it to be first responders. We're hoping that people aren't going to take advantage of what we're given. But, bring in your work badge or whatever that shows that you work for one of those places, and come on in and have some drinks and food on us.
That's awesome. That is really just great. A real appreciation from your place. And you roped in a lot of folks who are interested in being a part of it. We're one of them, because whatever you're going to do something, I want to help. I want to do something.
Yeah. And there's going to be lots of giveaways, and I'm hoping that you're going to MC the night. And, and
I'm in.
I think it's going to be busy. So it was important for me that everybody, no matter what the contribution, gets recognized, because, geez, what you did through this whole thing, you were working 20 hours a day. Tell me you weren't a frontliner. You were absolutely a frontliner, because you were out giving us what we couldn't get, which was what's going on. You were letting us know. So, I mean, to me, it's all the same.
Man, well, thanks for that. It's just my job.
And that's kind of, at the end of the day, it's all of our jobs, right? It's their jobs, whether they like it or not. We're all doing something in our own way. When the bar was closed for maybe 10 days or something before we got the generators set up and everything cleaned up, and we were able to get moving again. But that was our job, because crazy enough, we didn't have any idea what was going to happen, but people started coming back. People had to get out of the house. They wanted to come and play a game of pool. They wanted to throw some darts. They wanted to have a cold beer. And we just happened to have that. We figured out a way to have the coldest beer on the island throughout that thing. And it's crazy how my mom had asked me at one point, do you think this is God's way of saying it's time to close the bar? I said, I think it's God's way of saying, open it and make it better. So here we go. I mean, we're going to kick this thing back off. And with all of our supporters, I mean, Derek, going to throw in some prizes, wanted to contribute some food. Yesterday, I got a call from Robbie that owns Harley of Guam. And he was putting out a special on Harley Davidsons for the month of June. Was anybody military or frontliner, meaning cops or any of the other sort, he's got $1,000 off on 2026 models.
Wow.
And as soon as he sent me that message, I got a hold of him and I'm like, it didn't say on the note that it was only through June. But right away I saw it. I said, this is something that we got to promote this for our July 3rd. And right away, Robbie said, oh man, it's only good through June. But he said, now that I see you're having this event, I want to send over prizes. Matter of fact, he said, I think we're coming over now. And he said, we want to be there. We want to be there. We want to give some donations. We want to do some fun stuff. We want to help recover. So I said, it's kind of contagious when people start, then you just keep going. I stopped in at Hobbies the other day. I sponsor their pool and dart teams, and Hobbies is a great little store. I mean, they do stickers, advertising, party supplies, you name it, they do it right away. I can always count on Hobbies for giveaway prizes. So they're going to bring them up to the bar tonight, but I'm sure they're going to have a box full of great tumblers and all kinds of stuff for giveaways, hats. We're excited.
Where is Hobbies?
Hobbies is right. It would be that first building north of Quartermaster on Beach Road. That little series of,
yes,
it's that little white building on the right-hand side, right after the stoplights at Quartermaster.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Man, I just haven't been in there. That's awesome.
They got, one side has got all party supplies and the other side has their advertising. So they make stickers and they got those 3D laser printers and all that stuff so they can cut the plastic and do all the, and pool stuff. Man, they're all pool players. So they got top of the line pool cues. You name it for any of the stuff they got, and vapes. They're a big vape shop.
All right. Well, now I got to check them out. I don't vape, but I'll go in and check out all the cool stuff that they got over there.
I think they got BB guns, pellet guns, all that kind of stuff that they bring in too.
Oh, okay. Now it's really cool.
Yeah. But I mean, all our Last Shot Bar tumblers that we get, that's where we get them.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Hobbies makes those. They're great cups.
So they've been around for a while.
They sure have been. I've been sponsoring their pool teams for, I don't know, probably as many years as we've been in business, which is 5.
Oh, man. Well, I'm sorry to those guys in advance for not have been checking them out yet.
Which is kind of, not to cut you off, Brad, but to lead into the Frontliner Appreciation Party. Mm-hmm. It was originally set to be our 5-year anniversary party on April 23rd. And of course, due to the storm, we were closed April 23rd. And that was when I started thinking, maybe this is the time that instead of doing an anniversary party for ourselves, maybe we do a party for somebody else. And due to timing and everything else, we couldn't pick. Everybody was working so much, there was no good time to pick. So we picked this. But this is kind of a 5-year anniversary for us. And what better way to do it? Marvin De Leon Guerrero is going to be playing that night.
Oh, he's awesome.
It's going to be a fun night.
It's going to be a great night. Is this going to be July 3rd?
Yep.
And it's free.
Yeah.
That's, to me, best, one of the best parts about it.
It is.
That it's free to all those first responders and all that other stuff. So what time does everything get kicked off?
The bar's going to open at 5 o'clock. And so, I mean, I would say anytime after that. And fortunately, I've got July 3rd as a holiday off. I was going to take it off anyways to prep for the day. But we'll be there all day getting prepped. Marpac is a partner. They gave us the big coolers. So they'll have people up there with giveaway stuff. IT&E, another big partner. Paul's going to be up there, of course.
Oh, yeah.
With giveaway stuff. And I just wanted everybody that's done everything. And it kind of seems like, too, everybody that's been a sponsor of this in their own way has been a frontliner.
Well, and you got all kinds of support from all kinds of folks, public and private. And, I can't wait to see everybody there. This is going to be a real opportunity for, I don't think there's been a first responder thing like this. I mean, they've had something for the utility crews, like to say thanks to the folks from CUC and GPA, which is great,
Yep.
And a real big scale. But I don't think there's been just like a business or a group of businesses that have gotten together to do something like that. So I love this, man. This is really awesome.
The crazy part for me was there's questions. People ask me, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? And literally, Shai asks me every day, who's going to handle this? Who's going to manage that? And most of the days I have some sort of weird answer, but the other day I kind of lost my temper and I said, well, people quit asking me questions about all the technicalities. This has just got to happen at some point. And, when you talk about the volume of people. Our capacity up there is 200. I don't know if we're going to get 50 people or if we're going to get 200 people. I have no idea. So I've asked for some help from some people we're going to wristband the frontliners when they show us. And if they can't come up with something, we're going to have faith that they're not coming up, taking advantage, that there's some sort of frontliner. You're going to get a wristband. You're going to get 5 free tickets. When those 5 free tickets run out, you're going to get 5 more. And that's going to happen until the beer is gone. Same with the food. You know, we didn't plan on this, so we had no idea. And we've talked about running out of food. I said, you know, we're going to have an abundance of food, but when it runs out, it runs out. And I told Shai, it's not going to surprise me. We've been giving parties up here long enough to know that people are probably not going to show up without a dish to pass. And I said, if they want to do that and set a dish up on the food stand, more power to them. Some of the guys from DFEMS, is there anything we can do? Man, this is an awesome thing. Can we bring a dish? Sure. DPS, same thing. And then we were worried about, you know, is it going to be safe? Is it going to be this? This is going to be a place filled with our public protectors. Right away, Adrian said, well, I'm going to be there. Paul Manglonia up at the fire department, we're going to be there. He said, you're not going to get any trouble from us. He said, we'll make sure that you're not going to get any trouble from anybody.
Yeah, that's good. It helps when you're taking care of the people who take care of us. They're probably going to take care of you too.
Right.
And so that's awesome. So this is going to be on July 3rd. You got about 2 weeks before this thing happens. And I think this is awesome, man. People are loving it in the comments also from all over the place too. You're the best. Great morning. That's just awesome, man. You know, all kinds of stuff. By the way, Kim Aiken saying, just say no to haircuts. That was about the, that's awesome, Kim. That guy's awesome. Talking about the NM Tech stuff from earlier.
Yes.
But that really is great. And Jeff weighing in saying, ooh, you got a star-studded cast this morning. Seeing you in there.
Right.
Yep. So a lot of fun. Oh, no way. Tobot Castro just popped in on the YouTube channel, dropping in a $5 super chat. Thank you, Tobot. You're the tint man from Dandan, taking the day off today so he doesn't have to chase all the tint flying all over the place today. But in the comments, thank you, man. He says, thanks for keeping us informed every day. Throwing a shaka and hands up. Thank you, man. That's great. So that's something that people can do. That's awesome.
It is. Everybody did something in their own way throughout this storm. And, you know, Brad, I came here 7 years ago because of you two. And I did disaster work for 4 years. And I had never lived through one before. And I always wanted to. Now I could probably, after we've lived through this one, I could probably do without it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm part of that club.
Hey, go ahead.
No, I was say, speaking of that, you might have noticed that I was doing a couple of things while you were talking, and it's because we got a advisory that came in from the governor's office. And so just real quick, this is from the JIC, the Joint Information Center, saying Saipan and Tinian under a high wind advisory as Tropical Depression 8W moves west of the Marianas. Says in coordination, the JIC, in coordination with CNMI Homeland Security and Emergency Management Office and the National Weather Service out of Guam, advises the public that Tropical Depression 8W continues to bring gusty winds and periods of heavy rain across Tinian and Saipan this morning. Based on the latest forecast, the system is expected to continue moving west of the Marianas throughout the day. Tropical storm force winds are not currently expected over Tinian and Saipan, but conditions may still include sustained winds of 20 to 35 miles per hour and gusts up to 50 miles per hour, especially in the heavier showers. Rainfalls totals of 1 to 2 inches are possible throughout the day, with locally higher amounts and isolated heavy showers. Residents should remain alert for brief periods of reduced visibility and localized flooding in low-lying areas. Some of the other things they want people to know: secure your loose outdoor items, avoid unnecessary travel during heavy rain or strong wind gusts, use caution near the shoreline and in areas prone to flooding, and monitor your official weather updates. And we'll have those for you too. So that's what came out. We had one other thing that came out. So we got the wind advisory, and that's just going to be it. So there it is. Same stuff, but that's just the official form. So we put that out on the social media channels and also from on the website so people know about it as well. So if you missed all that, it's there. Derby Supply says, Travis, that sounds awesome, man. That's Josh from Missouri.
Yes, Josh from Missouri that's kind of an interesting deal because I don't know if Derby Supply kind of pummeled my social media pages. I don't know if you've seen those for the generators.
No. Oh, yeah, I've seen them. They have been popping up.
Okay, so he's from a small town, I think Reading, Missouri, and I think he said that post the storm, he did something out here. I don't know if he infiltrated some area of social media where he was able to post or publish or get his stuff out. I think he said somewhere around 70,000 hits on his site immediately after the storm.
Wow.
And maybe sold 30 or 40 generators between here and Guam. And a couple weeks ago, somehow I was going through social media and I come across this page and it came on in a weird way. I wasn't even sure, where I had saw a little note that he said, I'm looking for somebody local that may be interested in the distributorship. And I was just sitting out drinking coffee and I thought, you know what, I'm going to send him a message and just see. And I sent him a message. We've been talking for the last couple of weeks, and I think we're going to do something together.
That's awesome.
This is something that makes sense. These are generators that are under 70 pounds, so can be shipped USPS and be here in 10 to 14 days, and
Man.
reasonably cost. So I'm in the process of today getting my first couple generators sent over here. These are a great value and a great generator, and from two small town guys. Him and I are like two old Midwesterners that already knew each other.
Yeah, this is great. So I saw one of those social media, the sponsored ads that popped up, but I just figured it was one of those random things. Because
Exactly.
of the storm. But I didn't think about it, because I'm like, yeah, you try to ship it out here. Good luck with all that. So that's awesome. We got to, hey, Josh, if you're watching, we got to get you on the show, talk about it a little bit. And we could do video calls and have you on the screen. You could showcase all your stuff. Let's do it. By the way, I was thinking about, remember you guys were putting in the wall over there.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like I would like to have for the storm, because I had to operate remotely at IT&E because I couldn't do anything.
Yep.
But having something like nice, like 50 pounds ish kind of thing that I could just walk out and pop it outside and power this place would be great. I would love to have something like that.
And that's what one of these is. I'm in the process. I'm going to order a 2350 watt, and I'm also going to order a 5000 watt. These are small inverter ones that are super quiet. And the 5000 watt one has a 30 amp plug on it, not a 220, but just 120 volt. But it can power a ridiculous amount of stuff with 5000 watts. And I think it's really running watts of 3850 or something, but it's a ridiculous amount. And it's under the, I think, total packaged shipping weight is about 69 pounds with USPS limit of 70. And so I think that generator really only weighs maybe 55 pounds after it's all said and done.
Great.
And with a 50% load, it runs for 6-7 hours on 2 gallons of gas.
That's awesome.
These are super efficient. He's had them for quite a while. They've stood the test of time. And I said, why not? To me, when there's real no good place for people to run and get. And we said, if we start something up, it would be a small scale. Me just advertising, having them up at the bar, and show that they work, number one, and show there's proof. You can order it today and have it here in 10 days, 14 days.
That's amazing.
That's why we want to stick to USPS. And we're not going to try and start some empire. We're just trying to make stuff convenient. And he said, I think the reason people weren't ordering was for the same reason I didn't order, which was I'm going to send my money to some guy in Missouri and not know if I'm ever getting a generator in return.
Josh says he has a face for radio. That's perfect. Hey, we could do phone calls too, Josh. We could do phone calls too. Don't worry about it.
I got a face for radio too, but yet here I am.
That's it. That's the whole club here. You can be on. That's all that's required is a face for radio. That's what makes for good morning show stuff. Man, I didn't know about that. That's so great.
This has just happened in the last couple of weeks, and I really didn't want to say anything until we got down to some stuff. But it is not. We would never become millionaires or have some big distributorship of some sort. But what I really thought is there's a need for convenience here. There's a need for trust. There's a need to have somebody, when you order something online, you never have anybody that you can go to and talk to if something goes wrong or if there's a deal. And, you know, I told Josh, I said, people, I think for the most part have come to trust me here. Been here 7 years. Man, I'm going to probably get one of those generators and I'll set it right up in a corner. If somebody wants to have a private party with their own refrigerator and their own air conditioner in the corner, whatever they want, we can run it right off that little generator.
I love it. You know, you're right about that, about, you know, being here and building trust. And that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Here, your longevity here is currency, you know, like being here, and then how you establish yourself and, you know, your reputation, all that other stuff. So, done just fine. People are definitely going to do it, you know, and that's one of the reasons why. So funny, Josh, since you're listening, I'll tell you, just from a consumer's perspective, one of the reasons why I didn't click on it, I'm not going to buy a generator for some guy I don't know, or, you know, some company I don't know that gets shipped out here, and who knows, you know, like I don't, it's usually a pretty big investment. You know, it's not just like some spare coins on the side of the road after you have a typhoon, right? You've got to kind of figure out what you can spend on and where you can spend it. And I did not want to just take a chance that something like that is going to work. But if you end up linking up with a guy like Travis, someone who's already established here on the ground and, you know,
and tried and true.
Yeah.
I mean, if it works, then it works. And it's an affordable option for people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are all things that you can get into for under $1,000. That's shipping included.
That's incredible. With the shipping is a real big deal.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, that's great. Mike and Diana saying, hey, so awesome how people in Saipan took care of each other. There was so much need. I donated to Wayne the Catman and Booney Babies. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for helping take care of folks out here in Saipan. Yeah, so now I'm like, after we get off the show, I want to look into this Derby generator stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty freaking cool. Again, small scale, but if it works for me and it works for some, I've talked to just a few people about it, and I've already had people say, if you get them and I like it, I'll be your first customer. I'll be your first buyer.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not, again, this is just going to be proof. You know, I told Josh too, I said, we got this first responders appreciation party coming up. This would be a perfect time to get some of your advertising out here. And you know what he said? I don't really have much advertising. You know, I'm just a guy in Missouri here. He said, I don't have a lot of physical advertising or anything of the sort, but I can get you something.
Yeah, well, get us your logo. We can get it made here. Like literally, you go to it'll help the economy here too. But like, get like a banner made. Like
Hobbies can do it.
There you go. Like all the there you go.
Right.
See, that's networking with the folks who help take care of each other.
Right.
So I love this.
We'll get it figured. And you know, it kind of goes back to everything that we talked about. Is in Saipan, you just kind of figure it out. We're on the fence with the bar. I got a good job at NM Tech. I love my job at NM Tech, but you're always looking for a third option. What ifs? And this kind of just fell into play and it made sense. And I said, this is something we can do. This is something that helps, and it's something affordable. And really, you can offer it in a couple different ways for different affordability. And I think it's crazy that we don't.
You know, so I was flat-footed for this one. My generator, I haven't been using it for a long time, and we went to go and do it. You know, it got the death sentence, right? They said you can't do anything about it. So I had forgotten. Like I was using that since Sodalore.
Yep.
And when I pulled it and started it for YouTube, perfect.
Yeah.
It still had fuel in it from 2015 when I started up in 2018.
Right.
And it ran just fine. It was great. And then I did nothing with it for probably about 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
And
that's what we all do.
Yeah. So now something like that size, that's something you could take to the beach, you know, just to give it a sample.
That's a perfect example of what I said, Brad. You know, something like that's fuel efficient, and you can run he actually shows it in his videos that he's running with that 5,000 watt. He's running a heater, an air conditioner, a window AC.
Are they fighting it out with each other, the heater and the
full-size refrigerator. Microwave was running with water boiling on it, and a little ice maker on the side, all off that 5,000 watts.
Jeez.
And I said, this is something that's not only effective in a storm, but just like you said, it's something that I would throw in the back of my truck. And if you're going to spend $10 on ice, you can spend $10 on fuel and run your generator all day and have a refrigerator at the beach with you. Just a little dorm-sized fridge and then a microwave for reheating food or doing something. And instead of the food sitting on the table all day with flies around it, stick it in the refrigerator.
But I was thinking about it, aside from having the convenience of bringing that stuff out there, but it's something where you can actually maintain it over the time.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wait for a typhoon to see if your generator works.
And these inverter generators are really fairly maintenance free. Change the oil. Make sure you change the oil. I mean, they come with and this one, the 5000 and the 2350 come with a remote start.
Whoa.
And he's also got, so it comes with remote control. So if you're sitting in your...
It's an electric start?
If you're sitting in your bedroom, you got remote control. You can start it up. You can shut it off. And he also said that he's got some side stuff. He's got some accessories. And one of them is a auto fuel battery operated fuel pump that just runs off the generator battery. And you set that right into your 5-gallon fuel can. That'll go into the generator fuel. So it will auto fuel right from your can, so you don't even have to get up and get out of bed to do it.
This is awesome.
They are. It's crazy little stuff that, to me, these aren't wants. They become needs at some point, and we're coming into typhoon season right now. So
just starting.
And trust us, you're still out of power at the house, right?
Yeah.
And we're already looking at the next storms coming up, thinking, oh my God, it can't get any worse than no power. For me, it was 66 days. For you, it's now 70.
And counting.
Do we really trust what's going to happen with our system coming up? No. I'm actually going full solar at the bar. We should be full solar in the next couple of weeks. And then I'm going to have this what this generator is going to do. If for some reason all of my solar panels fly off, this 5,000 watt generator has the capacity for me to put it into my inverter and it will charge my batteries. So then we're back on full scale system and I don't have to figure out how I'm hooking up my lights and my coolers and my everything. It will just charge my batteries so I can just run.
That's incredible. Like, so got it set up. I'm now so used to having such a little amount of amenities at the house. Like literally since Kathy and the kids,
right? Especially, yeah.
I have not used the generator yet.
Yeah.
So I've been using solar power lights at the house.
Yep.
And I got, you see the DeWalt batteries charging up for the battery powered fan. That's enough. I got water, and it's warm enough. Not the water. The water is not warm, but it's hot enough to where like that cold shower doesn't kill you anymore. So like I'm okay with it. At least I can get by. But you know what? Not having the refrigerator, that's
a hard one.
Yeah.
You're eating out all the time and you're trying to figure out, and really it's eating the same things every day. And this morning Shai was making eggs and bacon. And I said, isn't it awesome that we have a refrigerator? But she did, was in the closet the other day getting ready and she didn't turn on the light. And I said, why didn't you turn on the light? She said, oh my God, I forgot we had electricity. I said, isn't it crazy how you forget what having electricity is like after a couple months and you just get used to carrying around a flashlight or not having whatever. It's insane.
Well, I at least have the escape of, since I'm here so much anyway,
right?
It's like I have power at the house, but I don't. So
we had to do, our little funny story was when I came up to look at your generator because half your plugs weren't working, and then you were wondering why your AC wasn't working, and then we figured out it was because
it's wired.
The downstairs apartment with Keone is wired separately, and your air conditioning was on his electric meter, and you said, God dang, we were wondering why his little apartment had such a high electric bill.
Yep.
But it's funny how those things happen, and then you realize, man, if it wasn't for that, we'd have never known. Now you know.
Yeah.
Keone wasn't getting any colder. He was certainly having a high electricity bill.
It was just us. Good times.
Yes.
All right. Well, it is 9:30 in the morning.
Shit.
Yeah, we were rolling for a while, man.
I could have done this forever. We got to plan another show.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna wrap up here, and I'm gonna let people. This is taking a little bit here. Let me go over to the boom, 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 boom. I want to go to the proper share screen so you guys can see it. Oh, you know, I had it over here anyway. And just so you guys can see the current situation with the weather stuff and everything. Boom. This is it. Let's turn off this one here. So that's it. That's what's sitting off the coast from us. We're going to have updates on this throughout the day, and but pretty much we are going to be wrapping up the show for now. But we're going to come back and talk about this in a little bit at later parts throughout the day today. Travis, thanks for being on this morning.
Thank you for having us, and man, I wish everybody the best. We'll get through this. This is like nothing out here, right?
Yeah.
I know it's going to be a high wind day when I leave the bar this morning and the bar towels are flying across the top of the bar and going outside. It's a high wind day.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, man. Hopefully everybody comes out to see us on Appreciation Night.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, before we go, I will get you another update from the Associated Press and get you another Fox Sports update as well. So let's do that first. Get you some more headlines from Marianas Integration and the Associated Press.
News, I'm Ben Thomas. Legal rulings today going against the Trump administration. Lisa Dwyer reports the use of a federal voter database to check citizenship has been blocked.
A federal judge ruled that a revamped federal tool known as SAVE that some state election officials use to identify illegally registered non-citizen voters is unlawful and cannot be used. The district court judge sided with advocacy groups that argued that recent upgrades to the program grouped Americans' sensitive personal data in a way that could result in voters being wrongly purged from voter rolls, particularly naturalized citizens. Some election officials raised concerns about the program's accuracy and security. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
And a federal judge has blocked the Trump administration's effort to subpoena Minnesota Governor Tim Walz in its immigration enforcement probe, calling it an effort to harass and retaliate. Vice President J.D. Vance says talks with senior Iranian officials in Switzerland have created a good foundation for a long-term deal. President Trump's assessment?
The strait is totally open. You know that. And we're negotiating. We'll see how that all goes. But we have two things. We have an open strait, and we have a country that will never have a nuclear weapon.
Vance claims progress on multiple fronts, including the establishment of a mechanism to ensure the Strait of Hormuz stays open and to address fighting between Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah militants in southern Lebanon. UN spokesman Stefan Dujarric.
Yesterday marked the first day since the resumption of hostilities on March 2nd in Lebanon that peacekeepers from our peacekeeping force in Lebanon did not detect any trajectories or observe any interceptions.
Oil prices have fallen below $80 per barrel. U.S. gasoline prices remain below $4 per gallon. This is AP News. Crowds reacting in Buenos Aires as Lionel Messi made more World Cup history. Saka Magani has the story.
In his record sixth World Cup, Messi now also stands alone as the tournament's top goal scorer. He tallied both goals as Argentina beat Austria 2-0 in advancing to the knockout stage. Messi had a golden chance to beat German striker Miroslav Klose's record 9 minutes in, but went wide on a penalty kick. No problem. 30 minutes later, he scored and got another in injury time. The U.S. men's team next plays Thursday in Los Angeles against Turkey, which has gone scoreless while dropping its first two games. The Americans have won their initial two games for the first time in 96 years. I'm Sagar Meghani.
The latest at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
Hey, CNMI, do you like making videos? Are you creative? Well, here's your chance to make something that actually matters. Asia Pacific Educational Services is inviting you to the video competition for the prevention of underage alcohol and marijuana use. Your challenge? Create a 45 to 60 second video that inspires young people to stay alcohol and marijuana free and shows why healthy choices open doors for their future. Be funny, be bold, be brave. Tell a personal story. Use special effects. However you tell it, make it impactful. There are 3 divisions: middle school, high school, and college or adult. Enter on your own or with a team of up to 5. Videos can be in any language as long as you include English subtitles. We're awarding 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place, plus special honors for the best use of humor, best message, and best production. Registration closes July 3rd, and all videos are due July 17th. Scan the QR code or click the link on the competition flyer to sign up. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at island.training solutions or call 670-285-7314 Monday to Friday from 9 to 5. Use your creativity and your voice to make a difference. Be the influence, not the influenced. This program is supported by federal funds under the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services through a sub-grant award from the CHCC Community Guidance Center. If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. I see you in the comments.
The clock strikes 6, the coffee brews.
What are you talking about?
Downtown sings, it's the morning news. Then comes a voice smooth as silk, dripping charm like honey and milk. He's got the vibe, he's got the flow. Every day he steals the show. Feeling easy more, hotter than the radio. He's the man that makes the glow. Feeling sexy, feeling bold, feeling easy more, hotter than the radio. He's the man that makes the glow. Feeling sexy, feeling bold, feeling easy more.
All right, good morning, Marianas. 9:39 here on Tuesday, and it is stormy. It is blowing. It is raining. Actually, it's a little bit calmer at this moment, but the wind is still picking up. And we have the latest. We had another release from the JIC, the Homeland Security Emergency Management, just letting you know what's going on. So they're saying, hey, it's going to be breezy. It's a wind advisory that's going to be in effect all the way till 6 p.m. tonight. That's right. That is tonight. We're not talking about tomorrow. That storm has stalled out a little bit, and it's blowing around over here. Winds between 20 and 35 miles per hour. Those are the sustained things that we're going to be getting. But gusts are going to be as high as 50 miles per hour. That's pretty heavy. That's going to be for here in Saipan and Tinian, right next door, all the way until 6 p.m. tonight. Gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down, and a few power outages may result. This is what is coming from the Emergency Operations Center. They're saying winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution when driving on the roads with no center barriers, as well as when passing high-profile vehicles. Secure your loose objects that are outdoors, as well as canopies, and these winds may move some light objects. Hey, they were moving around chairs and flipping them over on my patio already, so I know how that works. All right, guys. Well, that's about it for the show today. If if things get a little heavier, we'll make sure that we're here for it, and we'll bring you guys all the latest as it comes out. So hope you're having a great day. Hope today's a nice and easy one for you. And we're going to wrap it up. So you guys take care. We'll see you soon, and look forward to having some nicer weather tomorrow. We'll see you later.